My wife was looking at me. I'm sorry, guys. But look, hey guys, it's Bentley Deuce here live with you on the drums. Welcome to the show. I'm gonna be practicing. I gotta bring something that'll bring so I can read chat. Hold on. What's up, guys? Though, how are you? I'm Bentley Deuce. I'm live right now. I just got off of freaking work, working on a root. Yes, roots. Woocha. We're gonna be practicing a little bit of Drumeo right now, doing very simple stuff. I'm even doing remedial stuff. I'm really just trying to figure it all out. Okay, figuring it all out. Drumming from the start. Yeah, we just pull up the chat so I can read you guys. You know what I mean? But how are you guys on this beautiful, beautiful day? Choo, are you doing Ghostbusters? Possibly. Ghostbusters. You know this song by Faith No More? Ah. I would love to be a pro, but definitely not. I just gotta get this to stop spinning so much. It doesn't spin when it's right here, it chills out, but when it's like open, it likes to spin a lot more. Gotta work that out. Alright, let's do the first practice though. Just let's get to the first practice, yeah? Like I said, if this does disconnect due to copyright reasons, it'll just cut off on its own just because I'm doing a Drumeo practice. Just go to my Twitch. It'll continue straight off over there. Just go boom boom. That way I also get partnered up on Twitch, YouTube, all at the same time. All right. It's even got the side hits. That's what you pay $1,000 for, is that? The All right, let's get to it. Boom.
Hey everyone, it's Jared and welcome to Everyday Hand Technique. Now this is a 7-day challenge, and in this challenge we're going to focus on the 4 main movements or strokes that we need as drummers.
Yes, sir.
Let's get into it.
Get into
now,
it.
The 4 strokes that we're
The
going
4
to talk
strokes
about are the full stroke, starts high, finishes high. We're going to learn the downstroke, starts high and finishes low.
I don't think mine will actually register a
We're gonna learn the
downstroke.
tap stroke, which starts low and finishes low.
And if you see any
And then we're gonna learn
latency
up
issues, so
stroke,
I'm running off of
which
IV
starts low
bullshit and
finishes
stuff.
high. Now, the reason that these strokes are so important is it helps you become the best version of yourself on the drum set. It's by taking your unique body, putting some wooden sticks in your head, and trying to get the best result. So what's in your head, you can actually play it on the kit.
Sir,
You'll notice many times when you're playing, you might be trying something that you can't actually do. And that's a lot of times just a technical barrier. And once you learn to utilize movement in the proper way in relation to your body, as well as utilize the rebound of the drumstick, the world is going to be open for you to learn many, many more technical and challenging things on the drum set. So just like a golfer will perfect their golf swing, we as drummers, so when we go to play those complex patterns, it just flows with ease and comfortability.
Yes.
All right, so let's get started. Now, throughout this entire challenge, we're going to be playing along with music. I just love practicing to music instead of just a generic click track. And I'm gonna be guiding you through, and I just want you to play with me. Now, although I might sometimes stop and demonstrate certain things, you just keep going and keep playing.
sounds good.
All right? Let's
Yes.
go.
Add it.
All right, so here we go. We're gonna start with full strokes. Start high, finish high. Let's just go with your lead hand to start. 3, 4. 3, 1, 3. Now, it might not look totally refined, and that's fine. What you want it to feel like is more like bouncing a basketball. When you bounce a basketball, you don't put the basketball on the ground and pick it up. You let your hand kind of accept the basketball as it comes back up into your hand. And that's what we want to do with the drumstick as well. You want your hand to follow the stick back up. Okay? So your hand shouldn't feel like it's picking up any weight other than the weight of your hand. Whoops. Okay? Let's try the left hand now. And this might seem very trivial, but like I said in the intro, think about all the things golfers do to perfect their golf swing. It's all about the fundamentals. And if you really get comfortable with these fundamentals, when you go and just play on your kit, it's going to feel so much more natural for you.
Sometimes you just got to start from the beginning.
Practice
You know what I mean?
this a lot, and then when you
Take it
actually
all
play
over
music,
from the
forget
start.
about it. Just play. Let's alternate. Now you see I'm trying to start in the same position and end in the same position with one movement. I don't want to pick the stick up and then pull it back up like that. I want to drop it and it's an end right back here. Keep playing along. Even when I stop, keep playing along. Start high,
This
finish
is a
high.
type of hit practice.
First person that taught me this movement, and they were so passionate about it, was the late Dom Famularo.
You don't want to be low.
Every time I do a
Start
full
high
stroke,
and
I think
high.
of Dom. This is one thing he taught at almost every clinic I ever went to of his. It's one of the most foundational strokes as drummers. And as you play your normal beats later, you'll realize that you've already been doing the full stroke. You just haven't really known it. But one thing I really want you to focus on is just following the stick back up. Your fingers are there just to kind of guide it back up, but you're not lifting the stick. You're pushing the stick down, and then the stick is rebounding back into place. Okay? Not this. Not that. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the downstroke. Now the downstroke, it starts high
Ends
and
low.
finishes low. Okay? So instead of us rebounding the stick back up, we're gonna control the stick, control the rebound, and keep it low. Okay? 1, 2, 3,
Ah,
4. Just the right hand. Down,
okay.
down, alternate. You want it to end like inch or two off the drum head. And as we put all these strokes together, you'll notice that a downstroke is, you have upstrokes around it, you have full strokes around it, and the movements all kind of come together to create really cool patterns. And you see drummers like flying around the kit, and they just look so effortless. It just looks so fluid.
It's like Kung Fu.
And that's what happens when you successfully put all of these strokes together. The strokes on their own, they're obviously very basic. It's very like down to its core, down to its foundation. They don't mean a lot on its own. They're not necessarily musical just like this. Just control that rebound. Don't let the stick flop back up like that. You want it to stay around an inch or two off the drum head. Okay, next we're gonna go to tap strokes. Now tap strokes start low
And low.
finish low. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap, tap, tap. It's very quiet, right? These are strokes that are used more for soft sounds on the kit. Ghost notes, subtle hi-hat strokes. You can probably hardly hear the trigger even triggering on this Alesis kit. Now, one thing I was taught by Dom and one of my teachers named Lionel Couperon is you just kind of want to drop the stick with your fingers almost. You don't want to necessarily lift up the stick and do a tap stroke because then you're kind of doing a downstroke. You want to just drop the stick. You want a nice, soft, controlled movement. Just kind of open up your hand a little bit, let the stick drop onto the head. I know it's difficult to do. Even for me at this time, just when I break it down like this, I realize that it's not something I'm used to just like isolating in this way. But it's very good exercise to do. Because these are the strokes, and this is the foundational thing that makes up your drumming. It helps you become more of yourself on the kit, right? We're not trying to make every drummer into the same drummer. We're trying to help you become the best version of yourself on the drum set. And that's what these foundational movements will teach you. Just drop that stick. You could do it with the wrist too, like that. Okay? If dropping the fingers is too hard, just go with the wrists. Start low, finish low. I'm ending around 2-3 inches off the head. If you want to challenge yourself more, end like an inch off the head. Go ultra quiet. Alright? Okay, next we're gonna move on to up strokes. Now this is the weirdest one, okay? Because you kind of look like a crane or a duck or something when you actually do it properly when you're practicing it. So to start, I'm just gonna play it on counts 1 of each bar. I'm gonna just do it with my right hand. Follow along with me, just do it with your lead hand, okay? We're gonna start low and finish low. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. Up. You want this curve in your hand. Oh, there you go. 3. Start low, finish high. And this is in preparation. An upstroke is always in preparation for a downstroke or a full stroke. Okay? You don't really do 2 upstrokes. You know, it's gonna look funny if you do that. Let's try the left hand. 1. So if you were to do a downstroke, you'd obviously move the wrist and then it'll come back and then you prepare for a downstroke. But I just want you to get this movement because that's kind of the end of an upstroke. When we isolate it, that's what an upstroke looks like.
A little close. I don't know if I can do it.
Just kind of drag the stick off the head, you know? Let's try it alternating. I know I look really weird right now. They're gonna clip this and use it for bloopers or something. What's he doing?
he
Drummers
doing?
are weird. We are. I think we already understand that. Let's try it quicker. Because we want to look weirder, right? Now, sometimes I'm exaggerating. I always love to, when I'm teaching it and when I'm learning these movements, I really encourage you to exaggerate these movements. It's not like you're going to be sitting there on your kit doing this at your next gig. Please don't, and if you do it, please don't tell people that's what I taught you to do, okay? But the reason I like to exaggerate these movements is because it helps to reinforce it, helps to program my brain the best way to do them. Because like I said earlier, the whole point of this is so when you play drums, you can start playing with more fluidity. You can play for a lot longer, more complex, quicker patterns, and you're not going to get tired in the same way. Because you're going to be utilizing rebound and utilizing movement and learning the strokes that help you become the best drummer that you can be. Okay, now we're going to be doing down, tap, tap, up. We're going to be blending these strokes with one hand. We're going to do it nice and slow to start, okay? Down, tap, tap, up. Nice and slow. Down, tap, tap, up. Down, tap, tap, up. Down. That's so slow. We really gotta exaggerate those movements. Up. Down, tap, tap, up.
Down.
Tap, tap. Left hand. Down,
Tap. Tap. Up. Down. Tap.
tap.
Fuck. Down.
Now,
Tap.
I'll show you
Tap.
a little bit later
Up.
in this challenge
Down.
where you'd actually use a movement like this.
Tap.
And you'll be like, oh my, that makes so
Down.
much sense.
Tap.
You might have even been doing it
Tap.
already,
Up.
just without even knowing.
Down. Tap. Tap. Up. Down. Tap. Tap.
Start, finish high,
Down.
stroke,
Tap. Tap. Up. Down. Tap. Tap. Up.
Let's go faster. Down, tap, tap, up. Down, tap, tap, up.
Down. Tap.
Tap. You can do two hands too if you want. Down, tap, tap, up. I always like to do two hands because it helps me to just look at them and analyze them and mirror them. Do they look the same? Tap, tap, down, tap, tap, and done. All right, so that's it for today. Make sure you come back tomorrow because tomorrow
Thanks.
we're going to run through all of this again and we're going to actually apply it to a different part of the drum set. I'll see you there.
Okay. On to the next one, mate. Complete. Oh, man.
Hey everyone, welcome back to day 2 of Everyday Hand Technique. Today we're going to review what we did yesterday, but we're going to start building on that a little bit. I'm going to be going through the strokes a little bit faster, and we're going to end this session by moving these strokes on to the hi-hat instead of just having them on the snare or the practice pad if that's what you're working on. So let's get into it. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with alternating 4 strokes in the right hand, 4 strokes in the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just think about bouncing that basketball, you guys. Follow the stick back up. If you drop sticks, that's fine. I always liked it when my students dropped sticks in lessons. And you're like, well, why would you like it if a student drops a stick? It means they're holding the sticks loose enough. Don't hold the sticks too tight. Nice loose grip. And now we're going to move to 4 tap strokes in each hand. 3, 4. Just quiet strokes. Use wrists, or you can just drop it with the fingers. I'm using wrists now. Love this track. You might drop it with the fingers when you're doing more ghost notes, but you might use wrists in different scenarios. When maybe you want it to be a little bit more pronounced of a stroke. Ghost notes were always hard for me when I was first starting out.
So. Too funny.
A good tap stroke, though, is very underrated for drummers. Can help really fill in those grooves. Alternating a little bit. Just dropping with the fingers. You can alternate, you can still do 4 in each hand, whatever you need to do. Alternate again, 4 in each hand. Drop with the fingers. I like to keep all my fingers on the stick. You see some drummers put the pinky out. I'm not going to tell you not to do that. If you want to do that, you can do it.
Do whatever.
I've seen some of the best drummers in the world come through Drumeo, and they play with their pinkies out. So I'm not going to tell you can't do that. Whatever works. Okay. Now we're going to go to down, tap, tap, up. Alternating hands. 3, 2, 3, 4. Down, tap, tap, up. Down, tap, tap, up. Down, tap, tap, up. Down, tap, tap, up. I'm going to drag that upstroke. Up, down, tap, tap, up. Down, tap, tap, up. Down. Left hand. Love it. Let's alternate. Tap, tap, up, down, tap, tap, up, down. Down, tap, tap, up, down, tap, tap, together. Exaggerate those movements. Train your mind.
Ah!
Alright, next we're going to be going to down, up in each hand. 3, 4. Down, up, down, up. A little bit quicker. But you might already notice that you're doing this on the drum set. You've been playing for a while, but there's a lot of benefit from really honing in this stroke because you want that movement. You want this fluid movement in your hand. Left hand. Notice sometimes I miss the upstroke. I'm trying to keep it nice and quiet. Downstrokes and full strokes are generally accented strokes, and upstrokes and tap strokes are ghosted or quieter notes. Together. Near your hands. You might find that your weaker hand is not nearly as good. It's a good opportunity if you can see that. Ideally, they look the same. Film yourself. Put a mirror in front of you. Do what you need to do.
Oh.
Let's do one bar of each now. Right, left, right, left, down, up, down, up, down, up. 2 bars, down, up. Just keep playing. Okay, now we're going to move to the hi-hat. We're going to start with 4 full strokes each hand. 3, 4. Different sound, different feel. Higher up, I'm turning my body so it doesn't feel exactly the same. You have to kind of adapt. That's fine. Hopefully you're not feeling any tension. You should not feel any tension when you do this. Nice loose grip. I hope you drop the stick. You know, what drummer has ever said that, eh? Let's move to tap strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap, tap, tap. Nice soft tap strokes. I would say tap strokes are probably most commonly used on the hi-hat. Hi-hat and snare. There's a lot of cool stuff on the hi-hat. You get good at tap strokes. I can just lock it in and get super meditative on what I'm doing here. I love this stuff. Okay, now we're gonna do down, tap, tap, up on each hand. 1, 2. Start with the right hand. Oh, does this look familiar? You might have seen drummers doing this sort of movement. Left hand. If your left hand is weaker, it's your weak hand, might not be as easy. It's all right. This is why we're practicing. Just keep looking at it, making small adjustments. Focus. Don't think about what you're having for dinner. Just think about these movements. Okay, next we're gonna move to down, up on the right hand or your lead hand. 4 down. You don't have to groove. You can move your body. Left hand, 3, 4. Drumming's full body. Gotta move. Let's try it together. Mirror those hands. Exaggerate those movements. I know I look funny, okay? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. All right, so that's the end of today's session. If you need to, begin the workout and just start this over and go through it again. The more that you can get these movements under your hands just to feel really comfortable, the better. Because tomorrow, we're actually going to be applying these strokes to a whole groove. And then you can see how it all comes together. All right, so keep practicing, and I'll see you then.
Moving onward.
Hey everyone, welcome to day 3 of Everyday Hand Technique. In this session, we're going to review everything we learned in the first 2 days, and by the end of this session, we're going to be applying some of these movements to a full-on groove. So, with that said, let's get started. Okay, here we go. We're going to start with full strokes in each hand, played as quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In order to get
3,
enough
4.
rebound, sometimes you just gotta hit a little bit harder. Where are my stick droppers? Who's dropping sticks? You drop a stick? Please leave a comment. Tell me. I'll be so proud of you.
Even leave a comment on these?
Okay, we're gonna do tap strokes. 3, 4. Nice and quiet. Try and keep nice consistent sound between each hand. If your right hand is sounding louder than your left, just focus on evening that out. This is the time to do it. This is kind of like our drumming under a microscope. Finger drop. Even quieter. Okay, next we're going to move to down, tap, tap, up in each hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap, tap, down, tap, tap, up. You know, we're 10 BPM faster than the previous day, it's going to feel a little bit more challenging. But as you speed up these movements, you'll start to notice more of the fluidity that's happening. When played slow, it's very exaggerated and almost feels a little bit forced, possibly. When it speeds up, you're getting that very nice movement. Let's try that left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. I always find my tap strokes are better in my left hand because all the ghost notes I do.
Yeah.
All right, next we're going to move to down, up, starting with just the lead hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully it's feeling a little bit more groovy. Let's try the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully your weekend is starting to come together on day 3 here. I know for me it was the most challenging thing when I first started doing it. But talk about one way to really, strengthen that weaker hand is really getting it to understand the best movements to be most efficient. All right, next we're going to move to a full groove, and we're going to start with just full strokes on the hi-hat, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Nice, consistent, full strokes. Next, we're going to start the snare. Counts 2 and 4. Start high, finish low. 2, 3, 4. See how I get the sticks out of the way? Huh. Now let's add the bass drum on counts 1 and 3. 1, 2, 3. I know it's hard to focus on the groove when you're so focused on these motions. Try and lock it in.
Fucking dog.
Utilize that rebound in that right hand. You want to just bounce off the hi-hat. You're just going to catch that stick, just like you catch a bouncing basketball. Hopefully that's coming together for you. Next we're going to move to tap strokes. All tap strokes. Let's start with just the hi-hat. 3, 4. Much softer. Snare drum. The bass drum in. Remember, you shouldn't feel any tension in your shoulders, especially. A lot of drummers when they do tap strokes like this and play soft, they actually tense up a little bit more. You want to play with intensity. that softness. Bit of a paradox. Okay, next we're gonna do down up on the hi-hat. Just to start with the hi-hat, just to get a feel for it before we add in the other pieces. Here we go, just the hi-hat. Down, up, down, up. There we go. Now we're gonna add the snare drum in. It counts 2 and 4. Bass drum in 1 and 3. Make sure that note spacing is nice and even. These movements sometimes actually help improve the timing. They can help you leave the perfect amount of space between the notes. All right, a few more bars. Hopefully it's starting to lock in for you. All right, so that is the end of day 3's
fucking
session.
shit.
Now you might have found this a little bit more challenging as we've taken.
Sorry,
some
I'm
of
gonna
these
grab my
movements
balls.
from
I
the
don't
snare
care. I'm
drum,
drumming. Fuck
put
you,
them on the hi-hat,
asshole.
started building a
Issue.
groove.
Lick it.
And as you're playing this along to music, you notice the timing could be a challenge. And there's other certain things that you might be noticing within these motions. And so feel free to re-review this
Sir.
video. You can slow it down if you need. Otherwise, I'll see you in day 4.
You guys want a little video of them on like the side or something, or what? That make it more interesting for you? Oh my. Which one is it? Boom. That.
Hey everyone, welcome to day 3 of Everyday Hand Technique. In my left hand is all the ghost notes I do.
You can make it bigger. I don't want them fucking getting me for shit.
Oh, okay.
I love drumming. You hear that, Drumeo? I love you. I love you. I love you. I'll make it like that. That's as big as I'll make it.
Hey everyone, welcome back to day 4 of Everyday Hand Technique. Today, we're going to review everything we did yesterday. We're going to play it on the hi-hat, the groove, but then we're actually going to move it over to the ride cymbal. And the reason we're doing this is because these motions need to be applied on the drum set. Drum set is not just a single surface, and so it's important that we learn how these motions sound and feel off different sources on the kit. So let's start with reviewing what we did on the hi-hat, and then I'll guide you over to the ride when we do that. All right, let's go. All right, we're going to start in the hi-hat. 1, 2, 3, full strokes. Remember, just bouncing that basketball. Let's put the snare drum in. Bass drum. You want to feel like that stick is bouncing, right? Utilize that rebound. Focus on that. The goal is music, but we're really kind of looking at our technique under a microscope here, so we're not as focused on the groove and the feel right now. We want to just get this motion down. So I'm just thinking about my right hand. How does it feel? The stick should feel like it's just floating in the hand. I hope you drop a stick. That means you're holding the stick nice and loose and you're letting it rebound. Do not hold the stick too tight. Next, we're going to move to all tap strokes. Nice and soft. 1, 2, 3. Just the right hand. Nice and soft. I'm using wrist strokes. Start low, finish low. Snare on 2 and 4. Bass drum on 1 and 3. Now you'll notice my arm is a little bit out like this. Feel free to keep your arm closer to your body. The farther your arm is out, the less control you might feel. As you move your arm in, you might have a little bit more control. Okay, now we're going to add the down-up pattern on the hi-hat. 3, 4, just the right hand. Just take a minute, get situated. You're going to feel that groove a lot more. If for some reason this is when I always start moving more, like my body. It starts to actually feel like music because I'm getting more texture on that hi-hat. Let's add the snare. It's amazing how just some simple movements can make it sound more musical. Let's add the bass drum in. Take a look at your lead hand there. Are you getting a nice flowing movement from the down, up, down? One stroke should seamlessly flow into the next. Keeping the stick nice and loose. Your fingers are staying on the stick, but they're not necessarily manipulating the stick, but they're just kind of making sure it stays in its place. Utilize the rebound in the way that you should. Remember, I'm fine with the pinky out if you want. If Greg Bissonette can do it, then you can do it too. Okay, now we're going to move to the ride cymbal. We're going to do full strokes on the ride to start. And you notice I'm going to be having to turn my body
What's up, Pops?
to this section of the drum set.
Just doing some
It's gonna
practice.
feel different. It's fine if it doesn't feel right for the first few bars. Even longer, it's fine. Just focus on getting those nice, even full strokes on the ride cymbal. 3, 4. You know, it's a different angle. Even mine sound a little bit floppy to start, right? My body's in a different position. It's not on the hi-hat in the same way. The ride cymbal's curved towards me.
Yours is differently placed, my
Try a
friend.
snare. Give me a nice strong snare head. Bonus points if you can hit the snare harder than you're hitting the ride. You can get nice, even, full strokes on the ride and a nice, strong backbeat. At the bass drum, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, I like hearing that ride open up. All good, adds nice texture. Don't worry about it. Every stroke doesn't sound exactly the same. We're just working it out here, right? This is the practice. We're putting in the time. Honestly, if you're putting in the time, 10 minutes a day on these movements, you're ahead of a lot of other drummers out there who are learning. Focusing on the fundamentals. This is, you know what? This is what's going to allow you to play very, very long, have a long, fun career or hobby or whatever it is for you. Okay, we're going to do it to tap strokes, so much softer. We're going to start just on the ride. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to do wrist strokes. It's definitely different than doing it on the snare drum or the hi-hat. It's a different surface. If you're using an electric kit, it's going to feel different. If you're using an acoustic kit, it's definitely going to feel different, depending on the heaviness of your ride and the types of sticks you're using and all that stuff. The rebound's going to come off the surface slightly differently. So you notice I'm using the wrists. 1, 2, let's add snare. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Bass drum, 4. It's hard to play with focused intensity at a low volume. This is one thing that a lot of drummers don't really practice at home, because it's not the most fun to practice. You really gotta focus. And then when you go to play in like a jazz club or you go to play in your church and you're supposed to play super quietly, you're gonna be able to do that. You're gonna have full control over the sticks. You're gonna have full control over the dynamics of what you're playing, and the sound. You're putting in the work now. Next, we're going to move to the down-up pattern on the ride cymbal. 2, 3, 4. Look at your hand. Nice flowing movements. Upstroke your hand should turn down. Okay, you want your hand to kind of drag off the cymbal. Snare on 2 and 4. Let's build it up. Come on. Bash that cymbal if you need. Let's hit hard, hey? I always tell my students, if you break my kit, I'll pay you $20. Drums are meant to be hit, and they're meant to be hit hard. Add the kick drum. Come on. Try not to speed up. There we go. Exaggerate those movements with me. Let's hit it. Dig in. It's time to wake up the neighbors, right? Okay, one more rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the end for today's session. We've taken it from the hi-hat and moved it onto the ride cymbal. And I hope you're starting to see how these movements really help build grooves in different ways. As we use the ride, so fraction on each of those downstrokes, and adding in the upstroke, just as a little bit of almost like a ghost note on the ride. And that gave me a nice feel and a nice groove. That's what movements can do. They can really help to unlock different grooves, different techniques, and different things that you can do in your head actually in a way that sounds right. So, I hope you enjoyed this.
All right, I'm gonna take a 10, you guys. Enjoy yourselves for a good 10-minute break, cause I'm all my ass. Enjoy yourselves. Let me put something on for you guys. Can't look too close. That's Bloodhound Game. Oops. Oh, my ass. Alright guys, I'll be back. Enjoy yourselves. everything. Everyday drum essential. We're doing here, baby.
Hello and welcome to day 5. In this session, we're going to be reviewing what we did on the ride cymbal from day 4. And then at the end, I'm actually going to show you how to apply these movements to a drum fill. So it's going to be a fun day. It's going to be a little bit more challenging, but I promise you, by the end of this, you'll be playing an actual drum fill utilizing some of these motions. So let's get into it, and we'll start on the ride cymbal. Just 8th notes on the ride. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
Just doing a little warm up here, right? Got to get that full stroke going. Add the snare drum in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's add the bass drum in. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're back into it. Remember, utilize that rebound. And try to eliminate tension. Dom Pepilaro always said tension is the enemy of movement. If you want to move freely, eliminate the tension. Okay, let's move to tap strokes. Just on the ride zone. 1, 2, 3, 4. No tension. Keep breathing. Nice soft strokes. Snare drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Bass drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretend you're in a jazz club, people are dancing. You can't play too loud. You get fired. Nice and soft. Or I've played in church a few times and had people plug their ears. It's not what you want.
That's where I started when I was a little kid. I was playing, like, not all the time, but there was this little 5-year-old black kid that used to know how to play the drums, and he kind of taught me how to do it. And I was like probably 10 years
We're
old.
gonna move to down.
The
up,
boy taught me how
on the
to
ride.
skate too. Ice skate
Starting with
and
just
rollerblade.
the ride.
Not ice skate, rollerblade. I wonder where that kid's at now. The kid was talented. He was way more talented than me when I was a kid. Tell you that right now.
4. Down, up, 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 down, up. Hopefully it's starting to not feel like so rigid where you're having to think about it. Remember what I said in one of the earlier sessions? Eventually you want to get to the point where you don't have to think about this. It just happens naturally. Let's add the snare drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's build it up. Add the bass drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dig in. Let's go. Exaggerate those movements. If you crash in the ride, that's all right. Wake up the neighbors. That's our goal, right? Drummers? Come on, who hasn't got a complaint from their neighbors. If you haven't got a complaint from your neighbors about the volume of your drumming, I don't know if you're a drummer. Maybe that's not right. Maybe that's mean. If you're in an apartment, though, very difficult. I always got complaints when I lived in an apartment. All right. Now we're gonna move into the fill. This is gonna be fun. Now I'm gonna start by actually showing you what the individual hands are doing within the fill. Primarily the right hand, the lead hand, because the off hand is actually just doing tap strokes the whole time. So that'll be simple. We're gonna break it down and start nice and simple. Let's stop the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So let's talk about what the lead hand is doing for the fill. It's doing down, start from the down, up, tap, tap, up.
Down, up, down, up, down, tap, tap, up.
Down, up, down, tap, tap, up. Down, up, tap, tap, up. Now this is 8th notes, but the fill is going to be 16th notes because we're going to fill in. We're going to fill in all the off notes with tap strokes with the left hand. Ready? Start again. Up, down, tap, tap. Down, up, down, tap, tap, up, 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 down, up. You getting it? Okay, so now we're gonna do it just for 1 bar. We're gonna add in that left hand and fill in those notes. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, not bad.
I didn't get to try it.
Down, tap, tap, up. 3. Down, tap, up. So the accents are on counts 1, 2, and 3. 2, 3, 4. Down, tap, tap, up. And that last up is kind of in preparation to crash or go back to the beat, which we're going to do in a little bit. Down, tap, tap, up. Let's do it a few times sequentially. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Down, up, down, tap, tap, up. Down, up, tap, tap, up. Down, up, tap, tap, up. Down. Now you might have been playing this fill already, but I doubt you were doing it with these motions. Whoops, hard to talk and play at the same time. But if you do with the motions, you can get a better sense on how these things actually come together to give you that nice fluid movements around the kit. And as you add in more complex patterns later on, motions matter a lot more. You can add in doubles. This unlocks so many things on the drums. I just highly recommend you take the time and work this out. Okay, now we're going to move to a beat and a fill. Okay. The beat, we'll do it on the hi-hat.
In complex,
So
boys.
normal
Complex.
Down, up on that hi-hat. And then we're going to do a 1-bar fill. Okay, I'll call out the fill. I'll count us into it. So let's just get settled into the beat first.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, here we go. It's gonna come. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the beat. How did it feel? You ready? One, 2, 1. Here comes the fill. 3, 4. Let's do it a little bit more frequently now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's go beat, fill, beat a bunch of times in a row, okay? Beat, fill, beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. Down, up, down, tap, tap, up. Down, up, tap, tap, up. There we go. Do a few more times. All right, let's stop. So there you have it. That's how you apply some of these movements into a drum fill. And this is one of those things that when I started learning this stuff, it really unlocked a lot more things in my drumming. Things that I didn't even know were possible in relation to building drum fills and cool new drum beats and just having more fluidity and comfortability around the drum. So in our next session, I'm going to be giving you more variation on the bass drum, and we're going to be exploring some different elements of that drum fill to take it to the next level. I'll see you there.
Ooh, shoot, dang. That's a good one. That was good practice. You guys just do that a million times a day. Fucking get it down pat, baby. Get it down pat.
Hey everyone, welcome back to day 6. Today is going to be a real fun session. We're going to do something that you might look at and be like, well, this is...
I've missed a lot of days, boys.
Easy to do this.
A lot of
But
days.
it's going to be more challenging than you think. We're going to change up the bass drum. So in the previous sessions, our bass drum was on counts 1 and 3. Now the bass drum is going to be on counts 1 and the and of 3. And the biggest thing that this changes is it changes when we doing the motion. We'll be doing an upstroke with our right hand while hitting the bass drum. And that's kind of like these two things pulling away from each other. And you'll probably find at the first time you're doing this, it's gonna feel weird. Your right hand is gonna wanna follow and do more of an accented stroke, a downstroke or a full stroke on the ride cymbal or the hi-hat. So really just focus on what's happening. Take some time to work it out. If you are not getting it right away, just play along with me and just have fun and enjoy the process. If you need to go through this session again at the end of it, that's totally fine. For me, it took me a long time to get this stuff. And right here we have around 10-ish minutes to go through it and practice together. But yeah, if you need to go and do it again, please do so. So let's get started on the first beat. 2, 3, 4. All full strokes. Add the snare drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. Okay, feeling good? We're gonna add that bass drum now. It counts 1 and the end of 3. 1, 2, and 4.
Oh.
1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and it might feel normal. We're doing all big full strokes. Exaggerate those movements. The more you exaggerate them, the more you'll be able to internalize them. That's the bass from there. As you make mistakes, it's totally fine. Just keep going. Start again. It's not supposed to sound perfect. This is practice. You better be making mistakes. Where's my stick droppers? Okay, we're looking at tap strokes.
I don't know what they do.
3, 4, just the ride. Nice tap strokes. Snare drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you breathe. Keep holding those sticks nice and loose. Bass drum. 3, 4. 1, 2, and 4. 1. Keep that ride stroke the same volume. At least that's the goal. If you're hitting it harder, just naturally, it's a coordination issue. That will work itself out as you just put in the reps. Just put in the reps. What do golfers do when they're perfecting their swing? They go to the range, they put in the reps. Drumming has a lot of parallels to golf in the sense of the technical side of it. I'm a horrible golfer, by the way. Okay, now we're gonna do down, up on the ride. We're gonna start with the ride and just get comfortable with that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up. Dig in. If you open it up, it's fine. This is a lighter ride cymbal in the Lisa's Kit module, so I'm opening it up a lot, and that's all good. Snare. Dig in. We want it to sound big. Okay, bass drum. Now here's where the fun starts. 2, 3, 4, 1. Upstroke. Up. And 4. It's fine if you're not getting it right away. Just keep playing. It'll come together all of a sudden. And then you will have unlocked a new level of coordination. It feels so good.
Ah!
Okay, I'm going to dig in a little bit more on this ride. Try and get it to crash on every downstroke. Here we go. I like this because it forces me to exaggerate the motions. I did the wrong bass drum pattern there. There you go. Back on track. All good. If you're not making mistakes, you're not practicing. Okay. Now we're gonna add that fill in you did in the last session. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, down, up, down, tap, tap, up. How do it go? 1, 2, 3, down, up, down, tap, tap, up. Whoops. Back on track. All good. Don't stress. Let's do beat, fill, beat now. 4, right. Down, up, down, tap, tap, up.
Ah!
How's it going? Dig in. Okay. Wait some time. Now what we're gonna do on those 3 accents in the fills, I'm gonna move down the toms. Start with the snare on the first accent, then the high tom on the second, and the floor tom on the third accent. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. Dig in. Let's go. Okay, let's play some time. You want to try and keep those motions going while you move through the toms. Still try and exaggerate those motions. And as you go back to the ride cymbal, you want to make sure you get an upstroke in there on that fill, on the floor tom. On the snare drum, I should say. Not the But try it again, the fill. Here we go. Up. Get a crash in there. Up. Okay, one more fill and we're gonna end it. We're gonna end it on the fill. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was a fun session. I hope you're starting to
nice.
see how
That
this
was
all
good.
comes together. And I hope as you're playing,
And I hope
try
as
to
you're playing, you're
sound more
stretching.
like yourself.
God damn,
The
you
whole
need a
point
good
of this isn't so you could sound exactly like I sound when I play. If I'm digging the ride cymbal in a certain way or playing the bass drum with a certain type of way.
there we go. My
You
ass
got to
should
play
feel
it
a
in
lot
your
better for
own
that.
way, but really focus on those movements and how you move around the drum set, especially when we move to the toms. It's all changes as we turn our body and we have to kind of change the angle of our hands, and so that's all fine. Just get comfortable with it and feel free to go through this session again if you need. So tomorrow on day 7, I'm really going to be pushing you to that next level. So feel free to do this one again, get comfortable with what we're doing here from a coordination perspective, and then I'll see you tomorrow for the next one.
And that's how you use the drum kit, boys. Woo! Tired. I'm tired of doing remedial workouts with the drums.
Hey everyone, welcome to the last day of this challenge. This has been such a fun adventure to go on with you. I just love this stuff.
Let's go, Jarrett!
I love technique because it's one of
Go,
the things
Jarrett!
in our drumming that is somewhat measurable. We can see where we were once, and then we can film ourselves and watch how far we've gone. So I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you've really enjoyed the process of learning this and frustrated. So in this last session, I'm really going to be challenging you by implementing some ghost notes. And ghost notes are just very, very soft notes that kind of fill out grooves. I would say they're more felt than heard, although you do want to hear them. But let's get the track started, and we'll just start going back to that very basic beat without any ghost notes, and then we'll slowly add them.
I just let it bounce in my hands.
1, 2, 3, 4. Full strokes on the hi-hat. If you don't want to do such aggressively huge, exaggerated full strokes, you can go a little bit lower. It's fine. It's a little bit more relaxed.
I'm not as aggressive as a drummer. Usually when I play a little light.
We want it to groove, right? Bass drum. Boom. Bass drum in the end of 3. Now hopefully you haven't got so used to doing the down ups in the hi-hat that full strokes are hard.
Full strokes are just easier for me.
Full strokes as well. You don't always want that texture of the accented down, up. It's nice to have the facility to do both. Dropping sticks, you're doing it right, it's all good. We want nice, loose grip. Remember what Dom says, tension is the enemy of movement. Okay, now we're gonna do the first ghost note pattern. It's on the ah of 2. And we want that to be a tap stroke. Okay, so very soft stroke. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and up.
Damn it.
1, 2, and up, and 4. 1, 2, and up, and 4. 1, 2, and up, and
Ah!
1, 2, and up, 4. 1. Nice soft stroke. I'll play it a little bit louder so you can hear it. Should be soft for you though. It's fine if you're making mistakes. Just let it settle in. You're not supposed to get it right away. supposed to take time. If drumming was easy, everyone would be a drummer.
It is easy. Start
I
with
mean, if everyone would be a drummer, the world would be pretty cool. Let's soften it up again. Okay, now we're going to add another ghost note in right before that bass drum on the ah of 3, on the and of 3, I should say. Hear that?
ah! Oh!
It's on the E of 3.
Ah!
Nice tap strokes. I'll play it a little bit louder just so you can hear where they are. Here you go. If you
Oh!
need to play them a little bit louder to start, that's totally fine. The whole point is to have control, right? It's not like you always have to play the beat this way. Sometimes play the beat. Dig in. Sometimes soft.
Ah!
Such a nice texture to that groove. Okay, now we're gonna do something that's gonna be challenging. We're gonna add down-up strokes to the hi-hat instead of the full strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Changes the beat again, right?
I'll work on that later.
I find the timing to be a lot more easy to settle into when I'm not doing such persistent full strokes. I really like this movement. Let's make those ghost notes non-ghost notes.
Ah!
Keep that down up going. This is a challenge.
Ah!
It's okay if it's not sounding right to start. You can always come back and do this. This is going to be here for you. As long as you're here on Drumeo, it's going to be here for you. We're going to be here for you. If you're not breathing, start breathing. Nice loose grip. Okay, next step. We're gonna move our right hand to the ride cymbal. And just for fun, we're gonna play the fill that we played in the last session, moving into that. I'm gonna count you in. You can do it just on the snare drum, or you can do it down the toms. I'll do it down the toms, just for fun. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let that groove settle in.
Ah!
Let's keep up those ghost notes. Keep that crash in the ride.
Ah!
starting to come together for you. Build it. There we go. It's okay to hit the drums hard. Drums like being hit hard.
It's getting kinky with me. Oh,
Okay, we're gonna end.
I'm
We're
getting
gonna end with a
getting
fill.
tired.
Ready? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And that brings us to the
Oh, my
end
ass
of
and my
our
back. It's so
7-day
tired.
drum
Holy
challenge
fucking
on
shit.
everyday drum
Oh.
techniques. And I hope you've enjoyed the process of learning these different motions and how they apply to beats, how they apply to fills.
shit.
And as you
Ass
watch
in the
other
back.
drummers here on
Gotta work
drumming,
that out.
hopefully you can pick
That-
out
that's a
which
shake.
ones are doing the motions, which ones
Butt
are
shake.
kind of moving with more fluidity, and you'd be like, oh, I can see you're doing upstrokes there, or they're doing lots of downstrokes or full strokes. And hopefully you can see how these drummers just naturally, not necessarily thinking about combination. It just happens naturally. That's the ultimate goal you want to get to. You're not trying to do it before, you're just making music. That's what it's all about. Remember our wise words from Mr. Dom Famularo. Tension is the enemy of movement. When you're playing these types of things, and especially during your practice,
Oh, that's good.
focus on having
Stretch.
a loose grip. It's okay.
Roofing
if
and then
you drop
drumming
sticks.
afterwards
It's
is
actually
very
better
tiring.
if you drop sticks. It means you're holding
Yeah,
the
that
sticks
much right now,
nice
boys.
and loose. And also make sure you breathe. As we learn a lot of this stuff, it's very easy for us to just kind of grip too tightly. Our shoulders come up and we become way too tense. This is something to this day I'm still working on.
Holy
no drummer
shit.
ever masters this stuff. We are all just on different parts of the journey along this process of learning the drums. So there we go. We've come to the end of our challenge on everyday hand technique. I hope you've enjoyed the process of going through this with me.
Do one more probably. Take another break. Then I'll decide what. Alright. How's that? One more practice. Oh, god damn it. I can't read that. We'll do a Brandon. Like Brandon.
Welcome back to day 2 of groove coordination, and in this workout we're going to be adding one extra snare note on top of what we learned in day 1. So to start things off, we're going to start again with just the basic money beat to get warmed up. So grab your sticks and let's jump in. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just stay here for a little bit to get warmed up. Make sure all those hi-hat notes are evenly spaced. That's going to be key as we work through this workout. When we're adding even more notes on the snare, the hi-hat is kind of like our anchor along with that kick drum.
Oh, it's not even dogs.
So let's go back to what we were doing yesterday in day
There's
1.
fucking sound effect in here. I
Adding
mean, like
those
the dogs
extra
for no
notes
reason.
on the snare. So that sounds like this.
Sounds like dogs barking at some hits.
Try that along with me. 2 and 1 and 2 and And remember, that's just right, left, right for that extra note on the snare. Right, left, right. Right, left, right. So hopefully this is feeling more comfortable by now. You've been doing this groove for quite a while, through day one and even now. We're gonna try adding the same snare at the end of the bar that we did yesterday as well. Like this, 4 and a 1, 2 and a 3, 4 and a 1. And remember, it's important that all the notes are played right and they're spaced right, but we want to make sure that this actually sounds good as well. So if you're on an acoustic kit, make sure your hi-hats are at a good volume, make sure your kick drum and snare drum are balanced. Same thing on an electronic drum kit, like I'm playing here. Make sure our stick heights are even, strong backbeat.
Yeah, you got a good expensive.
Overall, we just want like a really balanced groove.
1 and 2 E and a 3 E 4. 1 and 2 E and a 3 and 4. 1 and 2 E and a 3 and 4.
All right, we're gonna go back to our money beat for a minute to take a break. So we're gonna hang here for a minute because we're gonna be adding a new snare note on beat 3, this time on the E of beat 3. So this one's gonna be a little tricky. It's gonna be brand new, but trust me, I know you'll get it. So let's try that now.
Okay.
And 2 E and a 3 E 4. 3 E 4. 1 and 2 and a 3 E 4. Still right, left, right. Those hands are just alternating. Your hi-hats are still just playing 8th notes all in a row. Nothing changing there. Now we can try these as ghost notes too. 1, 2, and a 3 E 4. So there's 2 ghost notes in the middle. Make sure those are really quiet. We're going to add in 2 final snare notes. One at the end of the bar and one on the E of beat 1. Here we go. Still right, left, right. Eighth notes on the hi-hats. Kick drum still on 1 and 3. 3, 4, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. Almost at the end. We're gonna finish here. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Fuck! I'm so tired now.
Okay, nice work. You made it through day 2.
Damn,
adding some of those
Brandon,
notes
you got me
on
good
the
with that one.
E's and the O's, putting that all together.
Oh, you got me
Again,
good
this
with
is
that
a
one.
really challenging thing to do, especially if you've
Not
never
exactly
tried playing
really
these types of
challenging, but after a
syncopated
while,
games
your
before.
stamina
So,
goes
I'm gonna see
down,
you back in
and
day
you
3. We're
can't.
gonna
It's
expand
harder
on
to
this
do it.
even more.
Stamina
Congratulations,
goes
and I'll
down.
see you soon.
Absolutely goes down. Oh. Alright, I think I'm done drumming for now. I think I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Let's put this away. I'll show you the process of me putting my drums away. You guys want to see that? That'll be fun. Let's get some music going up over here. Alright. And then get out of here. Complete that. Okay, and then we get a little bit of music. Oh, fuck. So in my tiny room. I've reached my peak. Okay, and then this is what we do. Everything gets unhooked. We start.
That's all I got.
This is what Summer's working on. Oh, my knee. Oh, I got tired. Damn room. Oh, fuck my knees. Those are what's going first. The knees. I like that beat. Obviously, that's a money beat right there.
You know how long it took me forever to fucking figure out how to do.
Yeah, that's if you've never fucked with that beat, you'll be like, oh shit.
Yeah, you don't
It's
know
a
what
little
it falls
funky.
on. I feel like it's in.
It's on a
beats,
different
right?
times. I swear to
It's
God, it's in a
beats, right?
yeah. I swear to God, it's in a different time frame. Because I've tried it and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Something's wrong. Something's off.
Just work more. Well, you like practice for like 2 hours.
Yes, man. It's pretty good. Sorry. Go on.
I got order settlement that needs your help.
I got one of the settlement that needs your help.
Oh, mark it on.
I'll mark her on your fucking map. Bitch.
On that note, there's another settlement. There's another settlement there. I have to pump this out today.
Do you really?
Well, not today, but this week. Don't put it is.
It was closer.
It was fine.
Closer. You're women. Women don't make sense, guys.
Women. You
You guys like how I transitioned to that? Transition. What do you mean, other one?
I had a people.
You hear women? This is why women.
All the things you said run through my head.
What are you saying?
I'm over here acting emo.
Jesus Christ. My double bass kits, but I gotta re-fucking action them because they fucking kick the shit out of me. They're made for the acoustics more set. They're set up for the acoustics. They're not really set up for this right now. Not how these ones work out. How I'm seated on this chair. Compared to the last ones. This is the one I'm using. And that is how you put in Elise's fucking Nitro Ultimate fucking away. Yeah, you see that? Camera stand. Boom. Part of it all. Really not. Alright, boys and girls, I think that'll be.
What?
Play a cool song. Alright, boys and girls, with that, I think that'll be the end of this, at least, segment of this stream. I'll probably, if I have the energy, I'll probably go live again a little bit later. I'm tired. Work day. Drumming. Trying to keep up with practicing music. You guys. Life. Money. money, bills, and blase blah. Things that you guys are all dealing with, I'm sure. Alright? But guys, that'll be it for now. That'll be how it goes for right now. We'll see if I come back with another little stream with some gaming or some reactions. We'll figure that out when I figure out what I'm figuring out. You know what I mean? How's this song going? Alright guys, but yes, Cyberbilly Do Some Live. Go check it out. Anytime. Go check out past live streams. There's a lot of cool things. I'm a little racist when it comes to words. Gotta watch out for what I say. Not really, I'm not racist at all. But I do say bad words. So viewer discretion is always advised. Go check out the live streams. Go check out the goddamn content on the channel. A lot of things to see here like gaming, commentary, music, reactions, covers, content, and so much more. Go check all that out. Obviously, I'm learning how to get better at the drums. I'm gonna pick up the guitar a bit more. We're gonna get fucking good. This year, we're gonna get an album either at the end of this year, maybe beginning next year. We'll see. We'll try. I'm trying with you guys. All right, I'm fucking trying over here. Life, and I'm helping out too with work, and I enjoy the work too. It's good work. But guys, like I said, I'm Belly Do Some Live. Go check it all out. Check out other streams. Catch your laters. Enjoy yourselves. Be good. Be well. Good food or something, I don't know. Maybe I'll be back tonight. Check it out, tune in. And if I'm not, you better fucking tune into something else of mine.